This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are here at Ladybird Poppy. Since 2009, she has been designing floral designs that are unique and inspiring, just as you. I'm here with Sarah. Let's begin, first of all, a little bit. Many times, folks, they go their whole lives sometimes looking for the passion, that what they're into, and hopefully they find that. For you, it began rather early. As a teenager, going through a greenhouse, you found what you were into. Share with me the journey that got you involved in this industry.
So in high school, I just applied at a couple different jobs, and the greenhouse and florist was what hired me on. And then I ended up just becoming really good friends with the owner's daughter, and we just went through high school together, and just really enjoyed working at the flower shop. And so that's what I just kept working there. And then they just kept bringing me on every time I'd come back from college. And then eventually the designers asked me to design, and they said that I had a good eye for it. And so they encouraged me to get into it a little bit more.
Excellent, wonderful. I mean, right now we live in a society that's a rush world out there. What do you think it is about flowers, bouquet, and arrangement that really makes us kind of stop, pause, and enjoy life for a bit, or smell the roses, as they say?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I find it very therapeutic to design. So it actually is something that I gradually learned as to be a passion of mine. And I really think, I don't know, I mean, I think even just with weddings and events and stuff, it really livens up the room and adds a nice compliment. Whereas if you don't have it, the room can be kind of dull and boring, but add a little color, and I think just like living life to it, it really makes the room pop.
Speaking of adding color to a room, are you yourself, after many years of doing this, are you still amazed at the beauty and the versatility of flowers?
Oh yeah, every time I go to the wholesaler, I'm always amazed. And even recently I've been traveling overseas and stuff, and just being able to see different things grow, and I don't know, I'm always just like baffled by the diversity and just all the different varieties in floral.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and start off with that big day that everybody knows flowers play a big part, and that is our wedding day. Share with me, is that one of your specialties, the wedding day?
Yeah, it is. And I actually, I really enjoy designing and delivering to the wedding. I know a lot of florists just will drop off and let the caterers or whoever else take care of setting up, but I like to be there because I guess you would say I'm a perfectionist and enjoy just actually setting it and making the day look like what it's supposed to.
Matter of fact, a lot of your blogs out there basically are you commenting on the wedding itself, the people that are involved, the location. So really, you take a very personal approach because you're basically the master designer. You're the one they're dealing with. When somebody puts a consultation with you together here in the room here or possibly out and about, is it always with you, and are you the one they're going to be working with?
Yeah. Generally, I've had a couple cases where I've double booked myself, but it's something that I really enjoy. Meeting with the clients, getting a grasp for what they want to express and what their theme is and stuff. And I think actually on the wedding day, I love presenting. That's one of my favorite things, is presenting the actual bouquet to the bride. And then just being there to pin on boutonnieres, corsages, and stuff like that, and to set the centerpieces. So.
Also a lot of fun, I imagine, watching everyone as they see your artwork as well, how it adds to the day. Like you said, you're able to deliver. Does that also include possibly delivery to a reception from the ceremony, or is that something additional?
Yeah, I would say it could be up to like 3 different locations for the wedding. Sometimes we'll get married at a church and then have a cocktail hour at a park, and then the reception would be at a venue. And other times the ceremony will be at a venue, and then they'll flip it and switch it into the reception. So I help out with just doing all that transitional work and stuff too. And this year I'm starting to get more of a crew of just other employees and stuff to help out, so that there's more manpower.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you say, you're still there to oversee everything. You're a perfectionist, so I imagine you're putting the final touches on it. What about even during a peak season? Do you prefer just to work with one wedding per day, or how does that work?
I've actually, I think as my business is growing, I'd like to see more of just focusing on one wedding a day, or even just one a weekend. But it's been right now this year. I mean, I think I did this total year. It'll be about 80 events, and there's definitely not 80 weekends in a year. So sometimes it's 3 or 4 weddings a weekend, but it ends up working out. Some will be pickups, and then other ones will be full-on delivery. So.
And many times you can do that based on the venue, the locations, and the time of the day.
Yeah.
If someone were to ask you your style of design, what would you say that is?
I've been asked that a lot, and it's kind of hard for me to come up with what my design is, but I really enjoy. I've noticed I'm more drawn towards different textures and depth, or just different varieties of flowers being added together, like having a soft flower next to like a jagged, heart-shaped flower. And I think visually it's what I'm drawn towards. I don't know necessarily what style you would call it, but
Do you actually enjoy the process with the client, hearing their ideas, basically them bringing you photos, possibly things like that? Yeah. And is it kind of fun to go out and try to capture that as well as find the correct flower?
Yeah. I think it's probably about 50-50 where some couples come in just knowing exactly what they want, and they're like, this is our theme, this is our venue, let's do exactly like this style, which I love and I enjoy. But other times too, clients will come in and they have no idea about flowers, and they'll just know a carnation or rose or just like lilies or something like that most people know. And that's where I really enjoy just being like, wow, look at all these different varieties and all these different colors that you can really incorporate in. And
so at that process, it's really a blank canvas, and you can educate the client on all your years of experience. Yeah. Besides the wedding, what are some of the other special events, special occasions that you're able to provide for?
I do primarily, since this is a live workspace and not open to the public, I enjoy I'll do like anniversary bouquets or birthday arrangements and stuff, and most of those come from friends or just other people that I've met along the way. And then I've also done a handful of just different like corporate events. I also teach a lot of design classes and stuff too. So it's but my gear is mainly focused towards weddings, so.
Wonderful. I mean, obviously your past experience was a designer for the Iverness Hotel, so you're able to handle the corporate events as well as the personal wedding events, so really a wide gamut that you can offer for the public.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it does sound like, I can see why you have a hard time deciding what kind of designer you're on, because a lot of it sounds like it's based on your client. Mm-hmm. I mean, you kind of transform to create something that is very unique just for them.
Yes, I do, for sure.
Wonderful. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. First of all, on the website, take a look at the portfolio. We have been showing you many arrangements that she has done, but you can also go on the website and take a look at the testimonials. Basically, folks that have been on the receiving end of her art as well. And also, if you even want to go ahead and maybe get a discount, you can take a look at some of the partners she has there. Others professionals in the wedding industry. Make sure you get a great photograph of her arrangements out there as well. You've got some great reviews out there online. A lot of people talking about enjoying your arrangements. You've also received public accolades by being placing on the A-list as well as the People's Choice. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think with those, with my business, I've been able to grow a lot just by word of mouth and referrals, and it's something that I've noticed that a lot of people, they'll write reviews, and whether on Yelp or Wedding Wire or something like that, and then the A-list just happened to be, I randomly just signed up for it and ended up I was second place for that a couple of years ago, which that actually helped a ton with getting just more calls and stuff in. So
Wonderful. I mean, like you said, you're still amazed at the beauty of flowers. Probably very enjoyable to sit back and see some of the arrangements you've created. But is it just as enjoyable to really see the faces of the people when you hand them over their piece of art?
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually this year I've just had so many different clients that they'll either cry out of joy or just like, I don't know. I like it's something I'm so passionate about and really enjoy designing, and that is something that I just want to deliver something that is beautiful and what they paid for too. And I don't want to rip them off and pricing or anything like that, but really just deliver something beautiful for them.
So at the end of the day, they're smiling, you're smiling, and it makes it worthwhile.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see again is her contact information. You can contact her via email, a phone contact right there. You can also go right on the website. She's got a complete form there to find out if maybe you have a date coming up. You want to make sure and book a florist early enough, especially during the peak seasons out there. And keep in mind, this is Ladybird Poppy, located here in Denver, Colorado, creating floral design that is as unique and inspiring as you are. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.